Hey guys, make sure you are following me on all platforms at Lakeisha Keisha. And also for the documents related to this story, please check me out on Patreon at Lakeisha Keisha. And you can get the documents there for $5.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
Want to jump right into this? We are talking Peter Anthony Thomas. Y'all know who Peter is. Peter was the only Real Housewife husband. I shouldn't say the only, but he was the only Real Housewife husband that would get into it with the girls. How about that? Well, listen, y'all. I did a video a couple of days ago or so, and I had talked about Peter being charged. But honey, Peter did a video in which he kind of in some form of fashion, he downplayed what he did. And after researching, Peter is headed to jail, y'all. He not only committed a crime, but this is why people don't like to work for certain people, especially, I'm not going to say it, but y'all know I want to say Black people. So this man, this scammer, you know how you work for somebody and they take out your taxes, your federal taxes. Y'all already know how this go. So this man was taking the money out of their checks, y'all, and he was keeping it. Now, in his video, he lied and said he failed to pay. Failing to pay and stealing, it's not the same thing. So it's not that he failed to pay, he stole money from these people. And I be really trying to give people the benefit of the doubt because since I'm such a great person, I just assume that everybody else is, and that is wrong, wrong, wrong. So Peter, with his scamming behind, was stealing money from his own employees. Now, they probably was even underpaid. So not only was he stealing the money from them, he went on a rant and gave a fake apology because he never took accountability for what he did. Well, let's get into what the feds are saying, y'all. Because the feds are saying that Peter Anthony Thomas can spend up to 5 years in prison and up to 3 years of supervised release. So what he did was he made sure that a lot of his documents were confidential, so you wouldn't be able to see those, but I was able to see some of them because I just know how to get stuff right. So Peter was stealing money from his own employees. And let me tell y'all how that works, because some of y'all are probably like, how you steal money? Let's say you worked at Bar One or whatever, his scamming restaurants, bars, and you made $1,000. Let's say out of the $1,000 that you made for the week, 200 goes to federal taxes. He put on their paycheck stub that he was paying the money to the feds, and he kept it. So we're not talking about $200. We're talking about a total of 2.5 million. So we're going to get into what this man did and how he was scamming. And I do have the documents up on my Patreon. Go find it. I shouldn't say go find it. Go to my Patreon at Lakeisha Keisha. I have the documents. Y'all can subscribe there. You do have to pay, but it's only $5. So go on and pay the $5 if you want the documents. So let's just get into what's going on. So Peter Thomas, who was a resident of Charlotte, North Carolina, he also had, I guess, residency in Miami and Florida. He was the owner of Club One. It says CLT LLC, Sports One Inc., Sports One CLT LLC, and PT Media LLC, which operated as a sports themed bar, restaurant, lounges in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thomas also owns several other bars, restaurants, and lounges in Florida and Maryland, including Bar One Miami Beach LLC and Bar One Baltimore LLC. Now, y'all get this. We're in 2024. So we're in 2024. So this started in 2020. I'm sorry, 2017. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. This man been stealing for 7 years. So between 20, well, I'm sorry. It says between 2021 and 2022. Okay, whatever. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 years. Too long. Thief. Okay, so between 2017 and 2022, Peter Thomas calls Club One CLT LLC and then Sports One INC. Now, I'm just naming the legal names of these businesses that he had. Sports One CLT and LLC. This is just the name of his companies. They collected more than $640 in trust fund taxes from the wages of their employees. What it means when they say $640,000 in trust fund taxes from wages of their employees, what that means is their employees paid this money because they thought that it was coming for federal taxes, but he stole it. That's what this means. Okay. I'm just breaking it down for y'all. But Thomas did not pay over these taxes to the Internal Revenue Service. So he took it out their check and he kept it. In addition, between 2021 and 2023, Thomas caused Bar One Miami Beach LLC and Bar One Baltimore to collect more than 1.1 million in trust fund taxes from the wages of his employees, but Thomas did not pay over these taxes to the Internal Revenue Service in total. Now, this was between 2020, 2017, and 2023, which was last year. So it says Thomas calls Club One CLT LLC Sports One Inc. And it just names these restaurants that he had, failed to pay 2.5 million in total in employment taxes, including more than 1.7 million in trust fund taxes from the wages of his employees, y'all. This is why people don't like to work for you people, because why did you steal them people money? And let me just tell y'all why this is such a catastrophe, because just think about it. You pay all of this money in taxes, and at some point, some of the money, when you file taxes at the end of the year, you are entitled to get it back. Now, let me tell y'all how that works. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you how it works. So when these people went to file their taxes and the Internal Revenue got it, they didn't get money because the Internal Revenue was like, okay, this is a fraudulent tax return because you are claiming monies in which you did not pay. So that is where the investigation, I would imagine, started from, because these people were not able to collect their taxes. I'm sure the Internal Revenue would have asked them for their paycheck stubs where they showed the money coming out. And then when so many people start to do this, this is probably what happened. So Peter did settle on some kind of deal with the federal government. He doesn't want anybody to know about it. Well, here's my deal. He should have kept his mouth closed and not saying anything, because at the end of the day, this man is a liar. He is a liar, and he is most definitely a scammer. And thank God that Cynthia got the hell away from him. Okay. So let's just get into more of this, okay? So it says Sports One was incorporated on or about April 10th, 2013, with Thomas identified as the chief executive officer, which was the CEO, incorporator, and organizing managing member. Sports One was administratively dissolved by the so it was dissolved on or about June 24th, 2019, for failing to file. You got to file annual report. So it was dissolved. This man, so it says Sports One failed to file forms 941 or pay over employment taxes for all 4 quarters. Now, what your 941 is, for people that don't know, that is how businesses pay their quarterly taxes, is with your 941. So what happens is all the money that you've been taking out of your employees' paychecks for the past 3 months, you send it over to the IRS. So for a smart business owners, What I did was I never had to do that. I hired a company and they did all of that for me. I never had to do anything with any monies. I gave them my account number. Boom. They just go in there and take the money. That is what this man should have did instead of having the temptation of stealing. I always feel like people like this is just low down and dirty. You have people working for you and then you steal from them. So this is bad. For 4 quarters in 2017, he didn't even send over the papers to the Internal Revenue. So as a result, in about 2017, the IRS assessed employment taxes and penalties for all 4 quarters. Now, this is in 2017. Now, we ain't even talking about the other years. Whew, y'all, this is a long, very long report, but I'm not going to bore y'all with this because it is a lot of information. But just know Peter Thomas is more than likely going to jail. So I just wanted to bring y'all an update because I had originally did a video and the video was really speaking to what Peter said, and it was his side story. He's so sorry, but honey, Peter is definitely a scam artist. And if you guys want the documents, go ahead over to my Patreon, where you guys can actually get the documents there. So yeah, with regards to this, I don't know. Will he get jail time? There is a great possibility. Again, he has taken some kind of what is that called when you do like an agreement? So he's done some type of agreement and he has requested that the documents be sealed because he don't want us to talk about it, but we can still talk about it. And I do have some documents which include his minimum and his maximum penalty form, which I have uploaded to my Patreon. I also have the United States Western District of North Carolina, Charlotte Division. This says a factual basis. It just pretty much tells what he did. And then I also have the criminal docket sheet. So go ahead and check that out. I'm going to I'll link my Patreon at the end of this video, and y'all just go over there and check out the documents if you want to read for yourself. Now, make sure you guys are following me on all platforms at Lakeisha Keisha on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, and also on Instagram. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Talk to you later.
And guys, make sure you are following me on all platforms. That's on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and also on YouTube at Lakeisha. And if you would like to take a look at the documentation with regards to this story, with regards to Peter Anthony Thomas, please head on over to my Patreon at Lakeisha.